Hey everyone, welcome back. It's time to put your skills to the test with the latest GoSkills Excel challenge. Joining us today is Microsoft trainer Deb Ashby. Check out her challenge coming up right now.
Hello everyone, are you ready for another Excel challenge? Let's take a look at the scenario. So we work in finance and we've just downloaded some invoice data from our financial system. And you can see that this is how it's come across, so it's not particularly in a very good readable format. Also notice we have a couple of empty rows at the bottom here for days left and status. So our challenge is to take this data, we want to reformat it, and we also want to add in some formulas that are going to perform calculations in these two columns. And what we want to end up with is something that looks like this. So let's walk through each step because we have quite a few different tasks to practice just here. So the first thing I'd like you to do is to enter today's date into cell C2 using a formula. I'd then like you to change the layout of the data so the column headings are in the columns and not the rows. Now there are a few different methods you could use to do this. If you choose to use a formula, I'd like you to remove the underlying formula from the result and reapply any formatting. Also, if you have any zeros in columns, I'd like you to just delete those out. I'd then like you to convert the data to an Excel table and name the table invoices. I'd like you to apply the table style dark teal, table style light 9, and remove or turn off banded rows. Once we've done all of that and we have our table format looking correct, it's time to start adding in our calculations. So in the days left column, I'd like you to calculate the number of days left based off of today's date. Now you might find when you do this that you get some hash symbols in that column. So I do encourage you to check the formatting that you have applied to that column and make sure it's general and not a date. Then in the status column, I'd like you to add a formula that outputs a status of past due for invoices less than 0 days, due soon for invoices less than 30 days, and OK for invoices due in 30 days or over. And again, there are a couple of different formulas that you could use to do this. And the final step here is I'd like you to apply some conditional formatting that highlights the row wherever an invoice has a status of past due. Now I don't mind what formatting you use. You can see I've used a grey background fill and red font. You can use whatever formatting you like, but the important point here is that the conditional formatting highlights the entire row and not just the status cell. So think about how you might go about that. And if you complete all of these tasks successfully, you should end up with an invoice table that looks something like this. Now, I have my own solution that I happen to like very much. Can you guess what it is? Download the exercise file and let me know if you have the answer before we release the solution video. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button below to get notified.
Do you have what it takes to complete this challenge? To get started, click the link below to download all the files you need. Let us know how you're doing in the comments section. Or, even better, join the GoSkills Slack channel and chat with other Excel pros about your progress. Link in the description. If you'd like to know the solution to this challenge, hit that subscribe button and get notified when the next video drops with all the step-by-step instructions on how to solve it. Good luck, everybody!